In recognition of his outstanding leadership and contributions as commander of STS-135, the NASA Spaceflight Medal is presented to Chris Ferguson. In recognition of his outstanding contributions as pilot of STS-135, the NASA Spaceflight Medal is presented to Doug Hurley. In recognition of her outstanding contributions as Mission Specialist 1 for STS-135, the NASA Spaceflight Medal is presented to Sandy Magnus. In recognition of his outstanding contributions as Mission Specialist 2 for STS-135, the NASA Spaceflight Medal is presented to Rex Walheim. Thanks, Mike. You and I can have a seat. I'll turn the podium over to the STS-135 Commander, Chris Ferguson.
This could be dangerous. That's what we're Well, first of all, I think on behalf of the entire crew, we'd like to echo our congratulations to those awards. You know, I think we've said it once and many times that we do all this largely due in part to the efforts that you all put forth. I mean, we're literally standing on your shoulders when we go up there, and we do hope that we take a little piece of you with us every time we go. I'd also like to thank everyone in the public support for NASA and our mission. I think, again, I speak for the entire crew when I feel it from the heart that we had a tremendous outpouring of public support, not just for this particular mission, but as everybody realized in the local community, those who live and work the space program, that the days of the space shuttle were numbered, and we really felt it. We felt your love, your caring, and we're going to go through some difficult times here. There's no question about it. But I also did want to pass our thanks along to the community for looking out for us. We're going to take just a little bit of a tact in our crew video. We're going to answer some. And we're going to answer probably what we found over the course of our 9 months preparing for as some of the most common. What I'd like to do is start off with Sandy, and she's going to talk about some of the issues that we've kind of confronted and questions we've answered.
Yeah, one of the most popular questions has been, or one of the most common, is what's going to be shuttles in it. There's a lot of ideas in the public that because the shuttle program is ending, the human spaceflight program is ending, and we are here to remind people that that is not the case. We have a very vibrant, very fascinating program continuing at the International Space Station. We're going to back and forth to the space station, and we have 11 years of experience manned ops there already. We have been doing science and construction all along. We've been getting some great results and great experience and great knowledge to build on, and now that we're going into the era of full utilization, construction is pretty much completed, we're going to be doing even more great things. So we invite everyone to follow along with what we're doing on the space station. There's a lot of great things to happen there.
So as Sandy says, we are doing wonderful things, and we'll continue to do wonderful things in low Earth orbit on the International Space Station. But that said, and as I alluded to earlier, we're going to face a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges, not just from within the Johnson Space Center community to stay focused on what our mission is, exploration, but also to try to keep the nation focused. We're going to go through a little bit of a slower time here when it comes to human spaceflight. Of course, we have the International Space Station, but it's going to be a while before we launch an astronaut from U.S. soil aboard a U.S. vehicle. So it's going to be a challenge to stay focused. But we think this community and the nation is up to the challenge. I think really a great way to face that challenge is to look for, and we alluded a little bit to this in our post-flight or when our return to Ellington was, let's look for a 10 or a 20-year plan. Let's look for a plan that we can all count on, a plan that really cannot be altered without the full and unequivocal support of Congress. And I think this is something we should all strive for. Big oaks grow from little acorns, but you really need to let those little acorns grow. So, and that's what we as taxpayers and as community representatives who have our congressmen, and we need to communicate that message that the only way we're going to get, it's not a sprint. This is a marathon. This is a long race, and the goals are more than just 5 or 10 years away. Some of the goals we're talking about, going to Mars, 30, 40 years away. Several presidential administrations, it's going to be a real challenge.
Another question we got a lot was, do you agree with the decision to retire the space shuttle at this time? And our question is, it depends. Our answer is, it depends. The answer is yes, we agree with it if we do what we say we're going to do. If we take the approximately $3 billion a year it takes to operate the space shuttle, and we apply that to developing a new U.S. capability to get to low Earth orbit, and on top of that, reach out and develop the capability to go beyond low Earth orbit, to go explore places we haven't been before, then we agree with it. But it does depend. And if several years from now those $3 billion go to other places and they start melting away, and we haven't developed a U.S.-based capability to get safely to low Earth orbit, or to get to beyond low Earth orbit, then I think we would disagree with the decision. So it's up to us. The space shuttle has done its job. It's had an admirable 30-year career, and we owe it to every person who ever worked on the space shuttle to make sure we hold everybody's feet to the fire to do what we say we're going to do, to get a new way to low Earth orbit and to go beyond low Earth orbit.
And the final, question we get a lot is, what do you tell the young folks that are interested in this field? And we are 4 examples of, a young child inspired by a rocket, a winged rocket, the space shuttle, that ended up here today in front of you all. So we can't emphasize enough that a career in science, technology, engineering, and math is the most important thing for the younger generation. But what we contend is that the promise of an exploration mission, the promise to go beyond low Earth orbit, is not enough. So for all the folks in this room that currently work in this business, it's up to us to fulfill this promise and build that rocket. And as Chris has said on more than one occasion, if you build the rocket, they will come, and we will get those kids today to fly those missions to Mars, an asteroid, the moon, whatever destination we choose. So we're looking forward to that adventure. With that, we took a little bit different slant with our crew video than maybe just the traditional, this is what we did on the mission. And it was kind of to include the shuttle program and everything it stands for, and the wonderful people that not only we got to interact with throughout our training, but everybody from STS-1 on. And we hope you like it, and I think afterwards we'll be able to answer some questions. So with that, could we roll the video?